All right, here's Docendo number 12. Let's start off with word history mystery. What does an adjective meaning self-governing have in common with an adjective meaning government by a ruler with unlimited power? Should be able to come up with an adjective that has to do with government by a ruler with unlimited power. So think about those. We're looking at two adjectives. Now again, think like an editor here. After it was released from state control, the school, a small college, became autonomous. So the word, first one we were looking for there is autonomous. The second word was autocratic. Those share that root, auto, that we'll come back to them for a minute. Right, notice we start this sentence with this is called a subordinating conjunction after. After it was released from state control, the school, a small college. So it looks like we've got after it was released from state control, it looks like we've got an opening dependent clause here. So we clearly need a comma here, right? Before the subject, which is the school. Notice they say the school, and then they give more details about the school. And I think we need a comma here. This would be what we would call the appositive comma, because this isn't a positive phrase. It just tells us more about the school. And that's what an appositive phrase does. Very important to use appositives to give your reader ideas, explain, elaborate, that kind of thing. Now, classic problem here. I've seen this, believe it or not, in actual student writing. A college is not a collage, right? So we need to spell college correctly. That would be a pretty bad mistake to make if you were writing a letter, for example, to a college, let's say an application letter. So college is obviously misspelled. Another problem is we're talking about a small college, not a specific college, so we should capitalize that, right? So are we good to go here? After it was released from state control, dependent clause, the school, a small college, became autonomous. That's your classic complex sentence, isn't it? Begin with a dependent clause, end with an independent clause. All right, our definitions here. Autonomous, that means self-governing. So you hear about autonomous cars that operate themselves. People who are autonomous are self-governing. We talk about autonomy, the noun form of autonomous, and it just has to do with the idea with governing yourself or self-governing. Autocratic, again, democratic means government by the people. Autocratic means government by one person. In this case, we're thinking about a dictatorship, for example. So the auto is the Greek root. Obviously, it's in words like automobile, autocrat, automation, autopsy, autobiography. So when you write a story, your own story, basically it's the self-biography, right? You're telling your story, so it's an autobiography. All right, looking at our completed sentence. Let's see, we caught everything. We've got a comma. We should know why we have that comma there. We should know why we have a comma here. Again, these are two entirely different reasons for these commas. This would be the subordinating clause comma. This would be the appositive comma. You should know the difference. And then, of course, college, not collage. And, of course, not capitalized. All right, so next word history mystery for next time. What does an adjective meaning flowing like honey have in common with an adjective meaning expressing oneself easily and articulately? Articulately. You've got to make sure and say that word correctly. It looks like we also need another quotation there to finish that off. Okay, I'll see you next time.